안녕하세요. 청순 에스프레닝에서 나온 김남입니다. 제가 오늘 여러분들에게 전해드릴 내용은요. 제가 이걸 보여드릴게요. 이게 뭔가요? 다들 좋아하시죠? 네. 안 좋아하시는 분 손 들어보세요. 안 좋아하시는 분 없으시네? 예, 돈인데요. 저희가 준비한 거는 여러분에게 돈에 대한 정보를, 많은 정보를 알려주고, 그래서 여러분이 돈을 잘 다루는 어른으로 잘할 수 있도록 도와드리기 위해서 저희가 아주 재밌고 유익한 정보들을 준비했어요. 그리고 또 여러분은 한국말은 일상적으로 이해를 하지만은 인포메이션은 영어로 전달해드려야 하잖아요. 그래서 제가 특별히 저랑 같이 일을 하시는 재정정보가 제이슨 씨를 초대를 했어요. 그래서 제이슨 씨는 여러분에게 영어로 유익한 정보들을 전달해 줄 거예요. 여러분 큰 박수로 제이슨 씨를 환영해 주세요.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Jason. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Get some blood flowing. We've been sitting for like over an hour. Drink a little water. All the blood cools in your backside. Start to fall asleep. I know 5,000 years of history all packed into an hour-long speech. Okay, if you feel like the blood's flowing again, you can sit down. Stay standing so you don't fall asleep, that's fine too. Alright, so who here likes money? Yay! Alright, who in here hates money? That's okay too. Who in here needs money? Right, we all need money. Whether you like it or hate it, we need it. Now the trick is how not to lose money. Who likes to have your money stolen from you? Nobody likes to have money stolen. I don't like to lose money. You know, sometimes it falls out of your pocket, you leave it in the washing machine, right? You leave it in the washing machine and your mom finds it. It's like, all right, right? Mom likes that, but you hate that, right? So, what if I gave you $20? Would $20 be enough to buy the same things today that it would buy today 10 years from now? No? I see somebody shaking their head no. Why not? What's that? Inflation. All right. Somebody's thinking, here's something on the news about inflation. All right, that might be a good reason why. All right, anybody know anything about interest? What kind of interest there is? Somebody shaking their head, they've heard about interest before. We have a couple of different kinds of interest. We have simple interest, and then we have compound interest. Simple interest is where you earn the same amount of interest every year. And then you have compound interest, which is interest on top of interest. All right, so those are the two main kinds of interest. All right, so let's look at, if you had $1,000, 10% interest. Simple interest. All right, I need 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers. We're going to do a demonstration. I'm going to give you some money. We don't have 2 volunteers who want to. Oh, I see a volunteer. All right, somebody's going to get some money. I need one more volunteer who's going to put their hand. All right, what's the other volunteer? All right, so we got volunteer on the right, volunteer on the left. All right, volunteer on the right is going to get simple interest money. So, year 1, they will have the same $1,000 deposited. All right, so simple interest gets $100. So, yay! Volunteer on the left got the same $100. Same, right? Great. Now what happens on year number 2? Year number 2, simple interest gets $100. Yay! What happens on compound interest? Compound interest gets how much? How much? $110. You got $110? They only got 100. Oh, somebody got extra money. Compound interest. What about year number 3? What's going to happen on year number 3? Simple interest got the same $100. What's happening over here on compound interest? How much? $121. You got extra $21 this year? All right, now things are getting hot now. What happens on year number 4? What's happening? Year number 4, simple interest got how much? $100. What about compound? How much is compound interest getting? $133. Extra $33. Okay, what's going to happen on year number 5? Simple interest got $100. Yay! What about compound interest? You have to pull a calculator out to start calculating this compound interest. So by year number 5, what's going on over here? An extra $46. So where do you want to put your money? Simple interest or compound interest? Compound interest is earning money, earning interest on top of interest, money on top of money. Simple interest is earning the same every single year. So, thank you guys very much. Who's got the bigger pile of cash? You can keep that money, by the way. Oh, that's what you give for volunteering.
Wow.
Oh. All right. Now let's look at something that's pretty realistic here. Something you might be able to relate to. We got 2 people. We got Jenny and David. Now Jenny over here, she's 10 years old. And every year, Jenny, she gets money for her birthday, money for Christmas, and she likes to save her money. She doesn't want to spend it. She saves about $1,000 a year. Does that sound realistic? She gets all this money, like she does chores or whatever, and she saves up about $1,000 a year. And she puts it into a savings plan or an investment earning 10% compound interest. Right? It's smart to learn that compound interest is the way to go. So she invests it in a compound interest account. Now, David has the same opportunity. Same account, he can do the same thing. But you know what David likes to do? He likes video games. He wants the new COD. He wants the new controller. He's got the best VR goggles. He's got the best games. Every time it comes out, that's where he spends his money. Okay? So he doesn't save. He spends. Same opportunity, but he doesn't do it. It's okay. His choice. Now, Jenny over here, she saves for 10 years. Started at 10. She goes until she's 19. She saved $1,000 a year. And then she decides, you know what? I like spending money now. I saved. I'm gonna go ahead and start, I changed my mind. I'm gonna start spending. She gets into, makeup and clothes and some jewelry. So she starts spending money. She kept the money that she saved. But David, on the other hand, he's like, you know what? I think I'm older now. I'm more responsible. I'm gonna start saving. So David starts putting away $1,000 in that compound interest account. And David starts saving at 20. And he's putting that money away every single month. So we know Jenny did it for 10 years. David does it for 46 years. He saves until he's 65. He's like, I'm going to save for retirement. Jenny saved for 10 years. Jenny saved $10,000. David saved $46,000. They're both saving for retirement. Who's going to have more money for retirement? He says David's going to have more money for retirement. It's a no-brainer, right? One guy saved $46,000, and Jenny over here saved $10,000. I'm going to blow your mind right now. Let's show the numbers. How is this possible? Yes. She says compound interest. You're absolutely right. Compound interest plus what? You're right, compound interest, but what? What was different between Jenny and David? She saved earlier. Did you hear that? Time. Time was the difference. Jenny started earlier. You know what's the difference between you and me? You're younger than I am. You're gaining knowledge right now that I didn't have. I grew up in Rancho Cordova, just like you. You live in Rancho Cordova, or you're here in Rancho Cordova right now. Right? We both spent time in Rancho Cordova at the same time in our lives. Years apart. But you're learning this information, and I didn't. So you have time and knowledge that I didn't have. I'm excited to give this knowledge to you. Everybody that's in this room right now is gaining knowledge. Somebody cared enough about you to invite you here right now so you could gain this knowledge. All right, so seed money, that money that she had, that $10,000 that she saved up, was the seed money that she planted, and it had time to grow. Those 10 years, the time that we talked about, the interest, right, that compounding interest. Okay, now the things that can take away from that, taxes. Well, she didn't have any big tax liability, so that wasn't a big minus for her. Inflation, because inflation is capped or it's low, right? That wasn't a big detractor for her. And the risk was very low for her. Okay, so those weren't big takeaways for her. Equals wealth. Okay, so most people don't know about that wealth formula. That's why most people aren't wealthy. Now you know about the wealth formula. This right here is a key to success, to wealth. All right, now you have it. What are you going to do with it? All right. Here's a way to visualize simple interest and compound interest. All right, simple interest is a tree that just grows the same amount every year. Compound interest is like a tree that grows and branches out every year. Alright, so when Jenny's money was growing, it was growing out and up at the same time. Alright, let's go on to inflation. We touched on inflation a little bit. You ever heard your parents talk about back when I was a kid, something only cost a certain amount of money? Give me some examples. What have you heard? Or if you're older, what used to cost something that now costs a lot? Yes? Say that again? Hot Wheels. Okay, how much did they used to cost? $1. How much do they cost now? Okay. What else? Gas. Oh my goodness. I remember when I got my first car, gas was 99 cents a gallon. Yeah, and if you're older than that, you can remember it costing a lot less than that. As I drove up here today, gas was almost $5 a gallon. Inflation, that's inflation, right? So what does inflation do to your money? It makes it worth less. All right, grandma gives you $20. $20, look at that. All right, now you're gonna buy pizza and a Big Mac meal. You're not greedy, so you're just gonna get the regular size one. You're not gonna go far. All right, can you buy that for $20? You can? Okay. Let's see. We just found out that a whole pizza, regular size, $13.77 on average in Sacramento. A Big Mac meal, $8.50. $20 cannot buy a pizza and a Big Mac. Eggs are all over the news, happening for a year. The price of eggs is ridiculous. $8 for a dozen eggs. And it was higher not that long ago. You heard about that in the news? Have you heard your parents complain about the price of eggs? Yeah. Inflation, meat, yes. So, how about in 10 years? Inflation is predictable. We know that on average, inflation goes up about 3% a year. So we can do the math, and we know that in 10 years, a Big Mac and a pizza is going to cost $30. That's ridiculous. But it's predictable. We know it's coming. All right, let's take this little quiz right here. Let's take that $20. You got that $20? All right, stick it under your mattress. Pretend your napkin is your mattress. Stick it under there. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to try to beat inflation. All right, so we're gonna put that $20 away for 10 years. All right, so it's under your mattress for 10 years. All right, we're gonna put it in your savings account. Most savings accounts pay about 1% interest. And then we're gonna put it in an investment paying 10%. All right, now 10 years goes by. Pull that $20 out from under your mattress. Smell it. Ew, it's been under your mattress for 10 years. I guarantee you, somebody in this room has money under your mattress. Is it beating inflation? We know that inflation is 3% a year. So give me that $20. Here's 15. The purchasing power of that $20 is now only worth 15. So it's only worth $15 10 years from now. So that's what you get hiding it under your mattress for 10 years. Did it beat inflation? No, it didn't. Okay, how about the $20 in the bank account at 1%? You get $2 in interest after 10 years. $2 in interest. Did that beat inflation? No. Sure didn't. How about putting it in investment at 10%? We pull it out, and it's at $51.87, almost $52. Did that beat inflation? You bet it did. So where do you want to put your money to beat inflation? In an investment? Oh, okay. Not in a savings account? But the bank is safe. Not from inflation, it's not. But the mattress is safe. Hey. Oh, we keep ours in the freezer. Okay. You don't think the robbers know that you keep it in the freezer? They'll check there. It's not safe. All right, so I hope that I was able to pique your interest. See what I did there? Interest. I hope I was able to pique your interest about simple interest, compound interest. Right? Maybe it was a foreign concept, maybe you heard about it before. Inflation, what is that? And how did it steal your money? You didn't even know it was stealing your money. But it does. And how wealthy people know about this, and they don't teach it to anybody outside of their family. You guys are my family. I'm half Korean. I wrote someone home. You didn't know I was half Korean? My son actually attended Korean school here. My wife is standing in the back and was actually the principal of the Korean school. So you guys are my family, and I'm here teaching you what I know about wealth. So thank you very much.